All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Blast Off with Ribs. And your host, Ribs. So today we will be talking about a few different things. What the fuck is going on in the markets? Because that shit's crazy. I mean, if anybody's been watching, there's been a lot going on. And a little bit of Ethereum. Ethereum. If you check out my last video, it is a little bit about blockchain, a little bit about Bitcoin, so feel free to tune into that. Maybe I'll throw it up into the pin comment up above or something, whatever you call it nowadays. I don't know what. I'm new to this, so forgive me. Maybe it'll be up there somewhere, over here or over there. Maybe it'll be off screen somewhere. So Ethereum. So what I'm looking at right here is Coin 360. This is pretty awesome because you can like zoom into all sorts of stuff and just whee, look at all these different cryptos. Damn, son, they get so little. But yeah, pretty cool. This is pretty much just market stuff right here. If you click on Ethereum on Coin 360, you can just go right to the website here. And here we are. Ethereum is actually kind of an interesting concept because it's going through a complete revamp at the moment. I believe it's going through a proof of work to a proof of stake. So one of the things that crypto can do, it can stake. If you ever hear about staking or yield farming, you're looking for returns on pretty much hodling your crypto. At the moment, Coinbase is offering like 6% on Ethereum 2.0, so you do have to convert your Ethereum into Ethereum 2.0, and it should kind of do that for you, which is kind of nice here. So let's get into Ethereum a little bit here. Since they are going through some changes, it's kind of cool. They're upgrading is what they like to call that. So upgrading everything to essentially make the network a lot faster, because Bitcoin's obviously their rate of exchange or transfer is about 10 minutes or so. If you are involved in like the crypto markets and stuff, sometimes it's a little bit longer. Sometimes it could take up to like, and this is transferring from Coinbase technically, I guess. This is my experience with that. I suppose some people have different experiences. Usually it's not in like an hour and a half. It's usually not with other sites, but Coinbase, I think it's meant to be a little bit more secure. They want to know that it's you doing it and stuff like that. So that way you're not just giving your crypto away to some scammer, because that happens kind of a lot. Be careful out there. If you have any questions about that, you can always like send me sites and stuff, because I'll be able to tell you if it's fake pretty quick. Fake sites. I can actually go over that in a video here. That would be pretty cool to do actually, so that people know what sites are fake. And I believe there's a website somewhere out there where it'll tell you which there's like a list of like websites that are just total scams. You got to watch out for those high IPs, so high yield investment programs or investment portfolios. High yield investment portfolios, high yield investment programs, where it seems really too good to be true. If you can't do it yourself, utilizing bots from like 3 Commas or BitUniverse that are free on an exchange like Phoenix. I use Phoenix. That's one of the exchanges that I use to do a little bit of trading, bot trading. It's way safer. Trust me, I do it. It is fun. So yeah, this is Ethereum. So let's get into what Ethereum is. Let's learn about it. What is Ethereum? Ethereum, banking for everyone. It's more private internet, peer-to-peer networking, censorship resistant, commerce guarantees, and compatibility for the win. So I believe Ethereum was actually created is decentralized finance, just like Bitcoin was. Bitcoin was made it to disrupt the banking system, which is finance essentially, to really eliminate those third party vendors so that you can keep as much money that you're trying to send as possible while it being safer and trackable and traceable. So just like Bitcoin, Ethereum is another blockchain. It is a direct fork from Bitcoin, so it competes directly with Bitcoin. Some people actually say that Ethereum could take over Bitcoin, but I personally don't believe that. Bitcoin is kind of the king. Everything follows Bitcoin. Everything kind of came from Bitcoin, even though it is a kind of derivative of. Just like Litecoin. Litecoin's another like major fork from Bitcoin, which came a little bit later after Ethereum. So they're essentially built to do the same thing. It's just how their networking actually works. That's a bit more of a mouthful, and probably not likely that anyone's going to really understand that. So I really suggest like coming on this website and really checking it out for yourself. It's meant to do the exact same thing as Bitcoin. Most cryptocurrencies are made to do those things. There are tokens and other utilities that are meant for processes rather than for actual like transferring of funds, which those are a bit more difficult to get into. But Ethereum is secondary to Bitcoin at the moment. We could see massive changes in the future, especially with the upgrade to Ethereum itself, to Ethereum 2.0, which is supposed to be a proof of stake network, and it's supposed to be faster and better, more secure. It's already pretty secure, so I mean, more secure is always good. Oh, look, we can look right at it right here. So, more scalable, more secure, more sustainable. Yeah, that's Ethereum in a nutshell. Come to the website. I'll post it in my video. Come to the website. You know, I really think that if you utilize these websites that I'm putting out there for you guys and just giving you a brief overview, because I'm not really going to get too technical with this. It's difficult to get into because it's a lot of computing and all that other stuff and coding and whatever. And to be fair, that's just not my forte. But the idea behind Ethereum is to pretty much disrupt Bitcoin, I would say. Not quite. It's another avenue to take, but it is supposed to be better to use and whatnot. So let's get into some other things here, the markets. Oh, great. It's already up. So I've been doing a little bit of trading. This is one of my trading accounts here. Full disclosure, like this is all that you see, ridiculous ribs. That's me. This is how much money I actually have in my account. Not that anybody could take anything. There's nothing here to take. Clearly. But just to show you guys what I'm doing, you know, it's good to see what real people are doing and all this stuff. So I started these 3 different trades. 2 of them earlier today, and they're doing all right actually. So the other one I did probably about a day and a half ago. This Bitcoin one here. Oh, you might not be able to see it. My face might be in your way. Maybe if I do this here, make me a little bit smaller there, because who the hell wants to look at me anyways? But anyways, so this is a little bit of just some basic technical analysis here, a little prediction here with what could happen. So right here, we're literally looking at an asymmetrical triangle. We can get rid of this. This is another just trend that I thought could be playing out. It could still be playing out, but we're currently looking at this asymmetrical triangle here, and we're currently in that. So usually this is, you never know which way this is going to actually break out. It could break out up or it could break down. Usually you could look up statistics. If you're going to be doing your own technical analysis, I do suggest looking up what each of these things are. It will give you an idea of the possibilities for each different variation of tool to use here. And I'm just using really, really basic stuff. I have Bollinger Bands. These are these blue like bands. It kind of looks like a big long turd. But that's just kind of a little humor for myself there. But it is so whenever these squeeze, and which it's kind of doing right now, usually a move will happen when those bands come together. These two blue, or more vibrantly blue tube things here, and then these are EMA ribbons. So yeah, it looks like we should be coming up on something pretty soon. Maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger here so you can really see it. Let's do this. That might be, it's a little bright, so I apologize. But so you can really see what I see here and see how these two bands are kind of getting closer together. That means they're squeezing. That means pressure is actually happening within the markets. As you can see, there's a little extra volume right here. Then it's pretty normal volume, so we haven't seen any spikes. Once we see spikes, that's when we know. Usually these red bars are more selling pressure. As you can see, the trend is going down. More people are selling. These green bars are when people are buying. And then candlesticks. So these are Japanese candlesticks. So it tells you, the wicks tell you how far in range that the price has gone in that time period. Currently I'm in an hourly time period, so each candlestick is worth 1 hour of time. And yeah, the open is where, so on these red candles, the open is the top of this thick part of the red candle here. So if I zoom in a little bit here, you can really see them. This is where it opened. This is the total height that it got to, and this is where that candlestick closed, is the bottom here. These red candles, they usually open at the top and close at the bottom for a red candle. Green candles, they open at the bottom and close at the top, and the wicks are just the range that it saw within that hour of time, or 15 minutes, 4 hours, a whole day even. So same thing for all the candles. That's how you pretty much read candles. Took me a little while. It took me actually a couple months to be able to read candles. It's like, what the hell do those mean? And I just learned. Does look like on these larger time frames that things are squeezing pretty hefty right here. So I would say within the next 24 hours, maybe like 36 hours, we should see some really intense movement, as you can see around here. So like when they get tighter, it moved. It went down. So it's going to get tighter, and it's going to go up, or it's going to go down. Let's see, another good example. Really, well, none of these are really... So this squeezed a little bit here, and it went up from where it was. And you saw some green volume right here. So this is what's been going on in the markets. This has actually been going on in the last 2 weeks. This is the weekly time frame, but let's go back to the hourly time frame here, and we'll auto correct this here. Auto do that. Make this bigger. Let's go back to that nightshade here. It's a little better to look at. I personally like looking at this. It's just easier to see those blue lines when we're taking a look at this. So none of this is financial advice by any means. This is all strictly for fun for me. This is just stuff that I do. This is just showing you what I have in this account. This is not my only account. For trading, I use this in Bybit, and I can leave this in the description below if you guys want to check this out. Yeah, sure, I'll get a little bit of a commission. You guys would probably get a little bit of extra something too. Same thing with Coinbase. If you guys want to check out Coinbase, that's typically where I buy stuff, unless it's not available there, and I'm really looking to get into it. I'll utilize. So I use Celsius a lot too. If you're looking into something that's, and I don't know if they have a. Let's see if they have a web browser. Celsius network. Let's see if this works. Web app. It's okay. Let's do this. see. Oh, please enter your PIN code. Oh, sweet. Cool. So, yeah, let's check this out too. This is pretty sweet, actually. So this is what I've been using for a few months now. I love this. This is awesome, actually. So this does show you what I have in my wallet. Like, I don't give a shit if you guys see this stuff or not, but, you know, it's not like you guys can take it from me. Suckers! That is not a challenge. Please don't try. I don't want to deal with that. Not that you could, but here's what I got in my account. So this is like one of those staking / yield farming decentralized finance or DeFi projects called Celsius Network. And this shows you all the coins that I have, the tokens. So I have Ethereum in here. I have like just under half an Ethereum right in here. Some Polygon, which used to be called Matic, Aave, Chainlink, Bitcoin, EOS, Stellar Lumens, and Mana in here. And these are actually the rewards. So this compounds weekly, but it does have an APY. So like Chainlink has 3%. Polygon actually used to have 14, and it's gone down to 10. 10 and a half. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And this shows you my rewards over time. So all my coins I've within the however long I've ever had. So in the year, I haven't had this account for a year. So since February, as you can see, the most I had in my account was $4,100. And my total rewards earned across all, as you can see here, across all of the crypto that I have, I've earned about $30 since February. I mean, this is better than any bank. This is better than any bank. I think I had like $1,000 in my savings account. I got like $11. Like, I've already beat that, and it's already June from February. So 5 months, 4 months, because May, February, March, April, May. 4 months have already done better. So this is definitely like way better than utilizing just a regular savings account. Of course, now if you're using this savings account, you do have to worry about like transferring and whatnot. You can transfer into. I've never like withdrawn into my bank account directly with this stuff, just because like I'm not gonna. This is just one of my holdings, and I plan to hodl for like ever. I don't plan on selling unless I absolutely have to. Which, man, if hyperinflation happens, who knows what'll go down. But yeah, I don't plan on doing anything with this except letting it store here. I might be adding more and more as time goes on. I know in my Coinbase account, every time it hits about 15,000 worth of crypto in there, I'll divvy some up to some of my other holding portfolios, especially to make more money off of what I'm holding and staking. And I'm not an expert on staking, but this is one of the easiest ways to do it. You just open an account, and you can actually purchase crypto through here. So you can purchase Bitcoin, Mana, Stellar, and a bunch of other coins. So this is a list of all their coins. So you can stake and earn in Celsius. In certain countries, I don't think you can actually do it in the United States, or at least where I'm located right now. I know each state is different. So like sometimes New York doesn't, and I don't live in New York, but sometimes New York doesn't allow people to utilize certain applications like Celsius. And I'm not sure if you're in New York if you can't use it or not. But New York does have some of those railroads, kind of like you can't use was it DraftKings or something like that. I think they might have lifted that by now, but still. Just certain regulations that you need to be aware of. But I can utilize this where I'm currently living. So these are some of the coins like Dash, Compound, Ethereum Classic, Kyber Network is a pretty big one. Gemini is pretty good. I know Gemini is an exchange, so you can buy crypto there. I know, like, let's see, what's another one? Ripple XRP. That's another huge name, except they're being sued at the moment. So we don't really know what's going to happen, but they have moved their operations over to Dubai. But the SEC is coming after them for purchasing or putting a sale for cryptocurrencies and utilizing them as if they're a security, which is like super illegal. You should not do that. So be aware if you're out there creating your own crypto, because you can. Anybody can go create cryptocurrencies if they want to, but you can't utilize them in certain aspects. Otherwise, the SEC will find out, and you will be either sued or shut down. So, but they do offer kind of a lot of coins like Uniswap, OMG Network, Synthetics. I don't know what some of these are. Like USDC. So that's a stable coin, and it's really closely related to the US dollar. So like on Coinbase, if you hold everything there, or if you do have a HODL account and you have things in USDC, or if you sell into USDC, you will have to pay taxes on those. Unlike if you use, let's see, what's another? Here's a collateral token. I believe this is DAI actually. That's the symbol for it, but it says multi-collat. So DAI, D-A-I, is a stable coin too. It's less directly related to the USD, but it's meant to represent the USD. So you won't be, and don't quote me on this, and this is not a financial advice again, but you won't be taxed on that. So, do as you will. Figure that stuff out on your own. Obviously talk to your tax person. I do recommend utilizing a personal tax person and not like Quicken or TurboTax and stuff like that, because they might not necessarily tell you or ask you the questions if you have all this stuff, because you do need to report some of this stuff, especially if you've been selling into USD or a particular stable coins that are regulated, and you do need to pay taxes on transactions that you cash out on. So it is capital gains tax, which is different than an income, unless this is your income, and then I'm not quite sure how that works out, since I don't do taxes and all that stuff. Definitely get yourself a tax guy, because if they fuck up, it's on them, partially, because it is your taxes. So make sure you report everything. That is my recommendation to my fellow people, but still not financial advice. But yeah, so this is my prediction. I put in these trades earlier today, two of these two polka dot trades. That is one of my. I only hold dot on here. I don't hodl it in my cold storage or anything like that. But I did put these trades in, thinking that we're gonna see a spike up. I hope we do. I'm in the green currently. So my trades are doing well, and they are trading bots. They are pre-programmed into the system. You can place the parameters yourself on these, but this particular bot is an infinity grid, so I'll just continually buy and sell with so many grids, and I can kind of go over that here. I do have 2 dot grids. I'm not quite sure how this will show up. But this is how many I've only done 2 transactions, really. Interesting. Well, that's cool. That's what I've. Oh, placement of the bot was created. Where is it? Orders placed. I might have messed up making this bot. Whoops. Yeah, let's go back to the trading board here. So let's see what it shows us here. This is my Bitcoin bot. So whenever it hits these green lines versus these red lines. So these are buy orders. So every time it hits these, it will buy Bitcoin at these, and then every time it within the range of 30,000 to 100,000. That's how much. So I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's eventually going to make it up there. Now, I don't think I'll run this bot that long, but just for the purposes of utilizing this bot, and if we get some massive spikes, which mean, we're at a low point right now, so buy the dip. Still not financial advice. I've been buying the dip slowly here and there. You know, I put in whatever I can. I do suggest I utilize dollar cost averaging. I think it's the safest way to do it. But that is my thing on that. And this is what's going on right now. You know, make your own decisions when you're out there. It's really up to you. It's your money. You do what you want with your money. So also not financial advice by any means, but, and I'll keep saying that. So I'm sorry if that's repetitive. I'll put that down in my description on every video if need be. But dollar cost averaging, just do what you can. If it's $5, it's $5. If it's 50 cents, it's 50 cents. If it's a penny, it's a penny. You know, these cryptos are gonna make you money eventually. In my personal opinion, in the next 10 years, if you put in a penny, it will be worth $5 at some point. So like, think about that. You know, take that as you will, I suppose. But I'm really an advocate for this. I really think this is something that can change. Maybe not necessarily in my lifetime, and I'm like 30 years old, but it will. We will see dramatic changes in our global economy utilizing cryptocurrencies. So yeah, here we go. This is this is my Polkadot grid trading. So grid trading, and it looks like I have my Infinity bot in there too. I think these double lines here are my Infinity bot. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is Phoenix. This is one of the exchanges that I use. I use Coinbase. I utilize Bybit a little bit, and I actually think I will actually, yeah, sure. I will show you my Bybit here. I don't have that much, but see, I'm in a negative trade right now, so. This is a bit more complicated. This is longing and shorting. And I actually have 23.5. I don't know why it's 23. I thought it was supposed to be 25. Never really changed it, but that's what it is. I don't have that much money in here. I think I have like, I don't know, $5. How much is that worth? Is it even $5? Ah, it's 6. Almost 7. This account has actually been difficult for me to learn. So, but trading can it can be really good and it can be really bad. So, this one's doing all right at the time for this time period. I'm at $500 in this account, which is pretty good. It's all right. I'm up a little bit on this account, but I'm like ultimately down on my Bybit. So, just the. Just it is what it is. Ups and downs, but ultimately I am up completely. I am not in a loss by any means, especially since last year. So bought that massive dip during the Corona dump in March and bought some before that, and you just gotta go with the flow. Diamond hands. You gotta get them diamond hands, baby. But again, if you like this stuff, if you want me to be a little bit more mainstream, if you want me to be a little bit more on the ball with some of this stuff, if you want me to talk about some other crypto baloney out there, maybe I'll develop the crypto and call it crypto baloney. And the symbol will be a little rib. Makes sense, right? Please leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share with your friends. Please hit that subscribe button, the bell button and all, so you can get prime updates on when I post videos. But that's it. That's it for today. That is blasting off with ribs. We just blast off all day, every day, to the moon. Blast off with ribs, baby. I'm out. Have a great day.